awesome things to help out our awesome community. That's a lot of awesomes there, I know, but I want to make the point that this is actually awesome. So we have three amazing guests today. Some of them are people that you know. They've been doing amazing things in their respective lines of business, and they've been helping a lot of dentists in Dental Nachos. And I know a lot of new people are here, may not have met them, but we're going to talk about them and how they make your lives either just more productive, less stressful, or just give you, as Paul likes to say, less reasons to cry on the inside. So, without further ado, and once again, like I said, for those who don't know me, I'm Brandon Hill, Director of Sales of Dental Nachos. Many of you probably do, but I'm the person that tells you where to eat when you come to Philadelphia and tells you why the Eagles are the greatest team in the history of God's sports. So, but without further ado, I'm going to invite our first person to the stage, and this is Carrie. Carrie,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
It is a wonderful day. It is Friday Junior, right?
Yes, it's Friday Junior and it's pre-Turkey Day. We got a week away. So
Is it really that close?
yes. So my tip today is if you're gonna go with a frozen turkey, you buy it today and let it thaw. Today is the day.
Very, very good points and tips. I'm not the person that actually makes the turkey or really that many things for our family Thanksgiving dinner. I'm usually bringing like wine or something like that, so I don't have that pressure. But thank you for all, thank you for giving that reminder to everyone who does have more of the cooking pressure for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Do you bring the box wine or are you at least bring a nice
Oh, I
wine
bring.
or
Oh, I bring the good stuff. I mean,
okay,
you
good.
know, I bring the kind of stuff that I'll be happy to pop open and drink myself. So, yeah. I'm definitely a good wine bringer to the
Okay,
party.
good. Then
Uh,
I wouldn't mind having you at my table. I am also a big wine connoisseur. So if you ever want to talk about that, I am
oh,
ready.
anytime, anytime. We
Yeah,
need to have a wine show one of these days. So
we
I'm
do.
gonna tell
We
Paul we
do.
need to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Carrie, I'll let you introduce yourself, but you are the director of insurance operations, right?
I am.
For dentist insurance services. So tell me all about what your company does, why you do what you do, how you make dentists' lives better, easier, or more productive.
Absolutely. So we are an insurance brokerage nationwide that with I have a staff of 25 now that what we do is specialize in helping dental practices, small and large, do everything they need for their insurance, for their commercial insurance. So their malpractice, their cyber, their office insurance. And for November, there's just something I really wanted to discuss. And I know it's not always the right time, but now is the time to think about this. But the cost of dental equipment and starting a dental office and building the building has skyrocketed in the last 2 years. And
Yes.
so in 2023, costs are up 10%, and they're predicting 24 to be up another 22%.
Wow.
And people have old office insurance policies and they are underinsured. So we've had some flooding in some parts of the country. We've had a few fires. We've had some storm situations, and people have been underinsured and not able to open up their practices to what they were before, or had to go dip into their savings to get those practices up and running. So this is a reminder to make sure that you stop, you look at your office insurance policy when you get your renewal, and make sure that that is what you need for replacement cost value. So don't take in appreciation. They're going to give you a new chair, a new laser, new equipment because you have replacement costs. So that's a big thing. We just wanted a public service announcement to make
Hey,
sure that
this
you're
that
looking
is
at that.
that is
Yeah.
that is very important. I really appreciate that because I've known people personally, not just with their businesses, but even with their homes that had old policies and they did not have enough insurance to cover
Yeah.
catastrophic losses. So this could be a huge thing. So I definitely everyone just do what Carrie just said.
Yes.
Please review your insurance, and I know that her company can help you with this. So talk to me a little bit about the process that you take dentists through when they reach out to you.
Oh, absolutely. So when they call us, they can call or text us. I love texting. I text all day long. But what we'll do is we'll look at their current policy. We're going to ask the number of chairs that they're running. We're going to ask what kind of large equipment they have in there. And then we need to know about your building. Is it a frame? Is it a brick masonry? And then any kind of key features. A lot of people have waterfall walls now and other things. And so we want to make sure we have a good idea of what everything is. And so we can say, our rule of thumb is $50,000 to $70,000 worth of coverage per chair, but that depends on what you have your chair decked out with and what other equipment you have. So we'll go through and make sure that it seems like a good value for you. I like to say if you took the building and I turned it upside down and I shook it out, how much would it cost to put everything back in the building? And that's what you need
Right.
to know.
Very good way of putting it. And for everybody watching, just text the word DIS, DIS. I love the fact that that's your text code DIS as in this somebody, or new phone who this, but with one less S. So text DIS to 215-543-6454 to get more information and to get contact with Carrie and her team. So what's something that you find dentists, I know you talked about reviewing the policy, but what's something that dentists probably don't realize before they talk to you that they're really happy that they learn once they do talk to you and your team?
Yeah, a lot of dentists don't realize that they have equipment breakdown coverage on their policy, and it's something that's hidden in there. And not a lot of insurance agents that don't specialize in dental offices realize that it's usually included. And what that does is it covers your equipment for any mechanical, electrical breakdown from a non-planned event. So if you had a power surge or something happen, it would repair that motor, not your normal wear and tear. And so a lot of times we look at policies and people are like, oh, I didn't even know I had that coverage. My chair just broke down. And I'm like, oh, file a claim. Like they're going to get it back up and working. So you don't realize what coverages you have.
That's always exciting because insurance is never an exciting thing to talk about or review or, deal with. So I think anytime you can give somebody something they didn't expect when it comes to insurance coverage, that's kind of like the opposite of what the insurance world is usually known for doing. So we really
Exactly. No. We're here to
appreciate
help
that.
you find the money. That's what we talk about. We want you to find the money when there's a loss, for sure.
I love it. I love it. So what's one more thing you'd like to leave the audience with before you go? And what's the best way for people to reach you?
Well, you can text me at 850-350-7155. And I guess just to make sure that you are thankful for all your loved ones this Thanksgiving season and all your clients. So
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you. And we really appreciate everything that you're doing for dentists in our community. Thanks, Gary.
Well, thank you. And we'll have to talk about wine later and do a
Definitely,
wine.
we need a wine show for Dental
Yes.
Nachos. Absolutely. Thanks, Gary.
Sounds good. Bye.
Awesome, everybody. So once again, text DIS to 215-543-6454. There's also going to be a link if you're on Facebook right now watching this in the comments of Facebook that the Dental Nachos team is going to put in there for you to get direct access to information about dentist insurance services. So next person I'm going to bring up is a actually very cool guy, someone I consider a friend and great colleague in this dental world that we all work in, and that is Jamie DeBeast of Day One. Jamie, how are you? My good luck charm, Jamie.
I am doing very well. You're not putting a whole lot of pressure on me
Not
or
at all.
anything like that. Not at all. Well, I'll be sure to watch the game on Monday evening. So at least I'll be able to have you live streaming it while I'm watching it, or live commenting as well. I'm watching it as well.
I love that, Jamie. For those who don't know what we're talking about, those who know me know I'm a diehard, crazy, insane Eagles fan. And Jamie DeBeast, who lives in the Philadelphia area as well, is my good luck charm because every time he watches a game, we win. So obviously he watches a lot of games. So I want him to keep that up. So no offense to my fans of other teams, but, we love our Eagles here. So, Jamie, tell me, and I'm sure a lot of people by now know who you are. I know you've helped so many people in our group, but tell me about Day One, what you do, why dentists love it, what you've been able to accomplish making dentists' lives either less stressful or more productive.
So we're a dental marketing agency. We focus on creating a comprehensive marketing strategy that's customized for each one of our dental clients. And depending upon that strategy and the types of ideal patients that they're looking for, it can include a website design, a website refresh, search engine optimization, Google Ads, social media management, online listings, responding to reviews. We're even into designing collateral material for clients for internal marketing purposes. So it really starts with the strategy and the types of patients that they want to have most. And then from that, we build out what types of services make the most sense for that particular practice.
One of the things that I like about you is that you have such a boutique approach to what you do. And, marketing is different for everyone. There's so many factors that come into play into what type of marketing you need and what kind of marketing will be most effective for your particular business or your particular dental office and the time that it will take. Tell me something that you feel like dentists may be mistaken about when it comes to marketing that you've been able to help them with or educate them with since you've been working with dentists.
The one area that I'd love for dentists to really, and again, it's not all, but the biggest concern that we often have is instantaneous gratification. And this is a real challenge, especially for startups or even practices that are well established that really haven't done any marketing. There is a season of time, and it can take 6 months. It could even take a year of building a very solid digital footprint. There are advertising ways to get near instant results in a few weeks to a few months, but oftentimes people will contact us and their horizon or expectations for having new patients come in is a few weeks to a month. That's possible, but often not a very realistic goal. And so one of the things that I would say is, if you are a practice that is looking to do marketing and not just do some sort of campaign that's seasonal, then you're looking at it as months at a time, not necessarily weeks at a time. So we really want our clients, and we spend a lot of time educating them on expectations of when they should start seeing patients coming in. It's the analogy that I often like to use is, if you come in with a patient that is a significant amount of dental work, and they come to you and say, "Doc, I need you today in the next couple hours to make it look like I've got brand new teeth."
Right.
Okay, there's a possibility of that, but the likelihood of that is not always a realistic expectation. It's something that will take time. And then even after that, it took the person long to get to that stage. It sometimes will take months to get a practice to the point where they are now visible in search results and people are starting to contact them.
Now I'm going to ask you a question that might be tough, but you're Jamie, so everything's easy for you. But what's one thing, because there's your role as the marketer and marketing consultant and marketing agency to get people to notice the practice and get the phone to ring, right, get all that, right? But what's one thing that you feel like dentists and dental offices need to do better at in order to help the marketer do their job? Kind of like a help me to help you thing. What's one thing that you think many dentists maybe don't automatically do, and maybe you've been able to help them with, and that's why you've gotten such great results for your clients?
The dentists that we work with that are engaged in their marketing are the ones that are going to have the most success. And that engagement looks like curiosity, why, asking good questions. Why is this working? Why is this not working? But that not only asking those questions, but that engagement also looks like sending us photos, including videos, updating us on what's going on in the office, not only with the office personnel, but updating us with new patients coming in. A lot of our practices do not have the technology, the software, that they are sophisticated enough to track leads that come in from the referral source, and not referral like other practice. Did it come from Google? Did it come from social media? Even when they ask those questions, there's multi-factor touch points. Somebody can get a referral from a friend, but they check the reviews out online. They want to see what the practice looks like. They call you from the website, but then when they come in and say, "Where'd you hear about us?" they'll say Google. And so those types of pieces of information, I would love for the additional engagement.
So you mean they don't say, "My main man Jamie told me to come to this office"? They don't say that? No.
I haven't had too many people say that, but if that was a category, it probably wouldn't be a big, huge ROI. But with the practices that are engaged by reaching out to us and really viewing us as a genuine partner, have the most success, because we get that feedback and then we can act upon that in a pretty quick fashion. Practices that just kind of hand off marketing to us, we don't hear from them. They don't send us any information. We don't know how things are going on, other than, kind of in passing. Those are the ones that we are less likely to see the best results from.
Got it. That's such a good point. I really appreciate you answering that way. Everybody, we're talking to Jamie DeBeast, the founder of Day One. To get more information about Day One and what they can do with Jamie and his team, or please just text the word Day One with the actual numeral one, so that's DAY1, to 215-543-6454. Once again, the Dental Nachos team is putting information like this in the chat about reaching out to Jamie. Jamie, before I let you go, what's one piece of advice that you'd like to give the audience, or one thing they could do today to help themselves out, and how do they reach you directly?
Absolutely. The one thing that this has just come up last week, we're starting to do strategic planning and discussions with our clients for 2024. And it came up quite a few times last week. It was the fact that we have unburdened and helped so many dentists, knowing that their marketing is being taken care of. It has freed them up to do so many other things. So the one thing I would say is, if marketing is a burden for you, takes up a lot of your time, I'd be happy to talk with you about it. The best way to reach out to us is to schedule an initial consultation at my website. It's dentalmarketingfromdayone.com. And then you can reach out to me. Those scheduling appointments come directly to me.
Awesome, Jamie. Always a pleasure.
Thanks.
I'll be contacting you probably Monday before the game starts to make sure you're in position to do your job for that there. But so great having you on Talking Nachos as always. Talk to you
Appreciate
again.
it. Thanks.
So we've heard from some awesome people. We've learned about insurances for your office. We've learned about marketing for your office. Now we're going to talk about something else that can be annoying if it's not handled in a very convenient way. We're going to talk about repair. So we've got Tim O'Shaughnessy, the CEO and founder of Dental Tech On Demand. Thanks, Tim, for being here. And I think this is your first time on Talking Nachos, isn't it?
It is, Brandon. Thanks for having me, despite me being a big Vikings fan. Hope to see you in the playoffs this year.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, listen, I've been watching you guys. Been watching the kid Dobbs, so it's been a nice little story this year. Get better, Kirk Cousins, though. But
yes.
So listen, I'm so glad to have you. I'm so glad to learn more about your company and share this with our audience and all things that you're doing. But tell me about you and your business and what you do to help dentists' lives be more productive or less stressful.
Yeah. So, one of the things we wanted to do is kind of bring something that's very common to everybody. Everybody, when you go out of town, you use a ride share like Uber or Lyft.
Right.
Well, why couldn't that be done with service techs? And why couldn't it be instantaneous to connect with somebody? Right now, something breaks down, you get on the phone and you call a supplier or call somebody. They'll schedule somebody to come out in 2-3 days. They'll determine you have a problem, maybe order a part. Yep. And then you got to wait another 3, 4, 5, 6 days till they can come back and put that part in. What we do with Dental Tech On Demand is you can go in, you can choose how you want to communicate. You can text us, send us a picture, a movie, or connect with us live, like a FaceTime app, and we'll diagnose your problem. We have, several major large parts lines, and we can order the part for you and in many times help you install that part to get you up and running, hopefully many days earlier, and have less crying inside.
I love it. I love the less crying inside. So you have techs everywhere basically that are part of this.
Yeah. So this is we're only virtual at this point. So you connect with us. We say that 60% of problems can be solved by us over our app, but we can answer also 100% of your questions. So you will know if you can, take an X-ray on that ortho patient coming in tomorrow, or if that chair or operatory is going to work. We'll let you know immediately.
Got it.
Where you stand.
Awesome. So let me ask you this: what's been give me some examples of some, I don't want to just say success stories, but just feedback that you've gotten from dentists about how you've helped them, and if they've given you more specifics about certain cases or scenarios where you were kind of a lifesaver. I know our audience would love to hear more about that.
Yeah, we used to joke that a lot of the service techs wear capes. They were, superhuman and would swoop in and fix the problem. And we've had a lot of those success already. There was a Nacho post about 5 days ago where somebody posted that their usual service tech was unavailable, and they wondered if this could be fixed. And so it was a pretty easy part that we could have gotten that person. I think they decided to go somewhere else, which is fine. But it's something the doctor could have fixed themselves.
Right.
And, just if you have a great service tech out, thank them when it comes around to the holiday period. But we're also there to not interrupt that relationship, so to speak, with your current service tech, but kind of enhance it, because you can get a hold of us immediately.
Right. And everybody, we're talking to Dental Tech On Demand. We're talking to Tim here. And if you want to hear more about their company, get in contact with them and their services, just text the word tech, TECH, to 215-543-6454. Once again, the Dental Nacho team will be putting information in the chat, supporting everything that we're talking about here to make it very easy for you. So give me something that you think dentists do wrong in regards to their equipment that they could change now, like right now, that'll make it easier to kind of help them, whether they need to get in contact with you or not. But what's something that they tend to do wrong when it comes to their equipment?
Yeah, it's just like any other piece of equipment you have in your life. Maybe it's your lawnmower or your car. Just kind of be proactive with it. Make sure you're You're looking at how it's running. Is there a different noise than there used to be? Is there maybe water in front of your sterilizer?
Right.
Just like the other pieces of equipment that are in our home or our car, it frequently will give us an indication that something's about to happen. So just be proactive, keep your eyes and ears open, and if you're concerned, take a video or a picture of it and send it to us.
Well, I'll tell you something. Saving dentists time, saving them money is obviously extremely valuable. And it sounds like you do both, and definitely can help a dentist at least 60% or more of the time cry less inside, and maybe 100% of the time just with the knowledge that you can give them, even if you can't fix it remotely. But what's one thing you want to leave the audience with before you go? And what's the best way for people to reach you directly?
Yeah. So what I would encourage everybody to do is to download our app. It's Dental Tech On Demand. It's in the Apple Store. There's no monthly charge. There's no charge unless you reach us. Then
Perfect.
it's $7 a minute. And we think most of these problems can be resolved in 3 to 5 minutes. So we want to get you out of and back working under $50 instead of paying an hourly rate, which is common in the industry of $400.
Right.
So download our app. Again, no charge. And then connect with us when you have an issue. And we're here to help.
Listen, that is so awesome. And last time I checked, under $50 is way better than $400. So you definitely do wear a cape, Tim. I really appreciate you and what you've been doing so far as a great sponsor of Dental Nachos and helping the dentists in our community. Thanks so much. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you, everybody. This has been an awesome episode of Talking Nachos. I really appreciate the opportunity to have these people share what they do to make your lives better, to make your practice and your career and your business more productive. And we have other resources. So please keep tuning in to Talking Nachos when you see these shows pop up. And if you want to put any comments in the chat there, if you're watching on Facebook or in the comments section, please share what you've learned, share what you want to know. All three of these people will be in there replying to it and responding to it. So that's a great part of them being resources of Dental Nachos. And if there's even other types of businesses and resources that you may not know we have a connection with, or you want us to bring to you as a resource, let us know that in the chat as well. So like I said, my team, the Dental Nachos team, is here. I know Dr. Nacho Paul's somewhere watching as well. And as always, we're here to help, and we will see you again next time. Thanks.